Hey, Shalom Saints, this is Brother Ugly with the Straitway News with the one and only Pastor Charles Dowell Jr. Live from the community. This is the last great day, the 8th day of Tabernacles. So I just wanted to get a few minutes with Pastor to maybe elaborate, what do you want to say to the Saints today, Pastor? How did this feast go, first of all, in your opinion?
It was a really, really good feast. It really was. Of course, we have never hosted this many people.
Hallelujah.
This is the largest feast that we had. This feast, everybody says that the previous feast, that they had went to, that it was better than the one before, and this one did it by all means. If we had to use a scale like that, this one by all means topped it. And the reason being is because there was so many movements of the Holy Spirit, a lot of power. It was like almost every single service, with the exception of the deliverance teachings, it was like almost every single service, the power of the Ruach was present. It was present, which you was in every single one of them.
Yes, sir.
I know I'm the pastor here in the ministry and stuff, but I have people tell me all the time that they have never, ever experienced such a balanced, well-rounded ministry. We had people getting healed of incurable diseases, people being filled with the baptism of the Holy Spirit, deliverance many, many times on many, many different occasions, miracles. We had prophecy and interpretation of tongues. We had just a wonderful time meeting all the brand new people and how encouraged people are. It was really, truly a wonderful meeting.
I agree, sir. I can testify as a witness to everything that you stated. Did you have a total number of how many saints actually made it down for the feast?
Of course, all of them wasn't here at one time. Being the largest was the maybe the Shabbat before the Feast of Booths. There's probably, in that picture right there, was probably like 450 something people. Wow. There was probably a total, from what I can gather or ascertain from what the sisters tell me, as far as people coming and going, or people who had boots on the ground, there's like 525 something people that is actually here. And you know just well as I do, that's I would say double, but that's a considerable amount.
Yes,
from
sir.
What we are accustomed to.
And I must say, everyone, the brethren, the sisters, did an amazing job as far as feeding the saints, the logistics, making sure there's shower and bathroom facilities, keeping the toilet paper stocked up, like everything that was needed was provided, and definitely an example of the service that Israel provides as servants to one another and being good hosts. You're always the example to the rest of us. Do you have any, was there any particular moment of the feast that stands out in your mind as being a favorite or best that will always stay in your memory?
I'll tell you what, you best said it just a second ago. This particular feast right here, everybody chipped in and trying to make sure that at every phase, everything was taken care of, from the cleaning of the porta potties, cleaning of the showers, the cleaning of the dining hall, the amount of food that the sisters had to prepare, each one of them, the homesteads and the communities. They were really a great benefit. And then the brethren helped working on the brand new tabernacle. With the foundation being laid, and we got half of the concrete poured, and we got another half to do here in a few days. But to see how eager a lot of brethren, I personally pay attention to that. I pay attention. I don't pay attention to so much as words. I pay attention to deed, because the Bible teaches us love not in word but in deed. And I pay attention to see who is really motivated to get their hands dirty and to actually have their hands up on the building that we're going to hopefully be able to enjoy years to come, because you see the necessity of the reason why we need that tabernacle now. It's a construction site And then the fortitude, the intestinal fortitude of everyone to be here, because you know as well as I do, it rained for 6 solid days on us, just damp and muddy the whole entire time, and yet people were still encouraged the whole entire time. So, you know, and then we had a lot of people in baptism, but to have the people in the background making sure that this is run like a well-oiled machine. I can't say enough about my wife, Sister Carol, who's running all of that, the kitchen and everything, and and of course her labor of love. It's just been wonderful, brother Paul. It's just literally been wonderful. It's wonderful seeing you again. You know, I see you every year up there in Canada. It's just a beautiful, beautiful thing to see you again, and I'm just still excited. Now I'm tired. I'm literally exhausted, but we keep pushing. But we'll get some rest afterwards. But it's been a beautiful feast.
Yes, sir. It's been an honor to be here and be part of it. The concrete pour, like you said, being eager. You know, we had so many brethren wanting to be there that, believe it or not, there was actually too many people, so we had to take turns, which is good because many hands make light work. But it was funny. There was actually brothers fighting over tools because there's not enough tools. It's like, hey, I want to turn, I want to get in there. So they wanted to be part of it, to possibly say, you know, when that tabernacle's built, to say, hey, I contributed.
Yeah.
Because it is a building that serves us all, or will serve us all. But also, I think, to learn, because more of them want to learn these skills that are men's skills. And learning to be men coming out of this Babylon system, which is trying to rob us of manhood. To have that opportunity, I think it was a great thing that you held off on the poor and waited till the brethren were here to help, and so they could also learn and be part of it. So I think many brothers appreciate that. Any last final thoughts or words or anything else you'd like to add for all the saints out there?
I'm looking forward. It's already the fall feast. We're heading into the dead season. It's already done. I'm really looking forward to, believe it or not, the actual next tabernacle, next booths, because people are already setting their affairs in order to be able to be here the whole entire feast, which is another wonderful thing. What this does, it also gives us a straightway litmus test to be able to, you know, figure out how we can tweak things, what more we need to do. You know, we're going to actually build a whole lot more porta potties. You know, we had enough to accommodate, but we're going to build a whole lot more to, you know, to make it that much more comfortable and easy, because we had a wonderful time at the festival. All thing I can say is that I really love Israel, and I thank you for the work that you do. I really, truly do. Sir. I really do truly appreciate it, because it's a quick way for everybody to get informed if they're way behind on the videos. But I'm looking forward. I always look forward. I'm looking forward to seeing Israel again. The next following feast will be the Father's will, that we're still here. Looking forward to seeing you at Passover.
Yes, sir. And praying that we can bring all the Canadian saints down here. It'd be beautiful. And I saw here how, when you mentioned tweaking things, like, I don't know who came up with the idea, but brilliant, to split up the congregation into 2 groups for dining, so that you wouldn't have these big long queues. Excellent idea, sir. That way people could, you know, plan and not have to spend a lot of time in line, but get their food, get fed, and probably help with the organization in the kitchen for the sisters as well. So saints, you heard from the man himself. If you've never been here, you know, make yourself known to the ministry, call the dining hall, get into a home fellowship, and get your butts down here, because this is the real deal. And that's the news. That's the news Straitway. Bless you, Pastor Dowell. Thank you for everything.
Israel.
Bless you, saints. Shalom.